we're still popular. This is different. This is kind of unprecedented territory. And again, you don't have to be the best player to be the most popular. I've said this before. I got nothing against Taylor Swift. Very pleasant, seems adorable, talented. I'm not disputing it. But her music doesn't move me. But I mean, I'm watching.
Recent television viewership data has revealed significant challenges for the Women's National Basketball Association when certain star players are absent from competition. Sports commentator Colin Cowherd delivered sharp criticism regarding the league's current ratings predicament, particularly highlighting the dramatic impact of specific player participation on audience engagement. The situation became starkly apparent during a recent matchup between prominent franchises. A nationally televised contest featuring the Chicago Sky versus the New York Liberty demonstrated the viewing audience challenges facing the league. This particular game showcased several notable athletes, including Angel Reese, who ranks among the top 5 most recognizable players in the WNBA. The contest also featured Sabrina Ionescu, Jonquel Jones, and Breanna Stewart, all established talents within the professional women's basketball landscape.
All right, that game had Angel Reese. Okay. Angel Reese is supposed to be what? A top 5 most popular WNBA player in the league. It had Sabrina Ionescu, a player I actually like a lot. Jonquel Jones, a player I actually like a lot. And Breanna Stewart, a player I'm just completely indifferent on. All right? But nonetheless, it was a New York team. By the way, Chicago and New York, both huge markets. It was going to tell us so much.
Despite featuring major market teams from Chicago and New York, along with recognizable star players, the ESPN primetime broadcast attracted merely 6,000 viewers. This viewership figure represents a concerning baseline for a nationally televised game on a major sports network, not a secondary channel or streaming platform. The data suggests that supporters advocating for certain players may not represent the actual television viewing demographic. Analysis indicates that fans of particular players, including Angel Reese, may not consistently translate their support into actual game attendance or television viewership. This pattern extends beyond individual players to encompass broader league dynamics, where certain athletes have developed less favorable public perception due to various controversies or stances.
About where this league is with and without Caitlin Clark. Holy crap. The rating was a disaster. Chicago Sky at New York Liberty on ESPN, not NBA TV. Not Ion Network, not Amazon Prime, did a 0.606 million viewers.
Cowherd's commentary emphasized the dramatic ratings decline experienced across the league. Television viewership has dropped more than 50% during periods when key players are sidelined due to injury. This decline affects not just individual team games, but represents a league-wide phenomenon impacting overall audience engagement. The sports media personality drew parallels to historical precedents in professional athletics. The comparison referenced Michael Jordan's departure from the NBA, which resulted in approximately 50% viewership reduction. Similar patterns occurred in golf when Tiger Woods stepped away from competition, demonstrating how individual superstars can dramatically influence entire sport viewership.
And in case you don't know what that means, 606,000 viewers. They barely broke 600,000 viewers for an ESPN primetime game. If you are out there championing these players, especially Angel Reese, and you're claiming all these people are watching, I keep telling you, I have told you over and over and over again on this channel,
the current situation presents unique challenges for women's professional basketball. Unlike other sports where multiple stars can maintain audience interest, the WNBA appears heavily dependent on specific player participation. This creates unprecedented circumstances where single athlete availability directly correlates with league-wide television performance. The analysis highlighted that popularity and athletic ability don't always align perfectly. Historical examples include golfer John Daly, whose unconventional lifestyle made made him more popular than technically superior players, and Allen Iverson, whose cultural impact exceeded his championship achievements. These cases demonstrate how certain athletes transcend pure performance metrics to become entertainment draws.
The people that are all about Angel Reese are not basketball fans. They're not showing up to attend her games, LSU, and they're not tuning in on television. And that goes for a lot of these other players in the league too, because they've just put themselves in a space where they're just highly unlikable.
Current data suggests one particular player combines exceptional skill with unique marketing appeal, creating what commentators describe as generational influence. This athlete's impact on revenue, ratings, and overall league relevance has drawn comparisons to legendary sports figures who transformed their respective competitions. The geographical factor also plays a significant role in these findings. Games featuring major metropolitan markets like Chicago and New York traditionally attract larger audiences due to population density and media market size. However, recent data indicates that market size alone cannot guarantee viewership without the presence of specific star attractions.
Whether it's the Caitlin Clark hate or the activism, pick one. Colin Cowherd yesterday, when he got a hold of the ratings, scorched these WNBA players.
WNBA television ratings down more than 50%. We should probably do a study on that. I'm not sure why that would be. Wait, since Caitlin Clark's injury. Okay, hopefully.
League management faces criticism for handling various player conduct issues that may negatively impact audience perception. Incidents involving unsportsmanlike behavior have created additional challenges for maintaining positive public image and attracting casual viewers who might otherwise tune in for entertainment value. The viewing public appears to make conscious decisions about sports consumption based on multiple factors, including player personalities, conduct, and entertainment value. When audiences perceive negative behavior or controversy, they may choose alternative entertainment options rather than supporting the product.
This is good news that she's coming back, and it's a reminder, ladies of the WNBA, she is the rising tide. This is not fever games just down. This is league ratings since she got hurt, down 55%. So she is essentially the sun at the beach. If she's not out, nobody else is. And by the way, there are great young players. Paige Becker's dropped like 35. She was banged up. She's back. Asia Wilson. It's not a lack of talent.
Professional sports operate within an attention-based economy where certain individuals naturally attract public interest while others struggle to maintain relevance. The current WNBA situation demonstrates how concentrated star power can either elevate or diminish entire league performance depending on availability and public perception. The data reveals that audience engagement extends beyond pure athletic competition to encompass broader entertainment and cultural factors. Viewers seek compelling narratives, relatable personalities, and positive role models when choosing their sports entertainment consumption.
Popularity and production are hard to measure. Remember how popular John Daly was on the tour? Smoking and 16 Diet Cokes a day. He was wildly more popular than every golfer not named Tiger Woods. Allen Iverson got to one finals. He was wildly popular. He had cultural significance. I'm not here to tell you why. And Caitlin Clark, like Iverson's a great player, but she equals ratings, revenue, and relevance. And those three things, the WNBA is dying for.
Market analysis suggests the league requires strategic focus on cultivating multiple star attractions to reduce dependency on individual players. Building broader audience appeal through diverse talent promotion could help stabilize viewership regardless of specific player availability. The current ratings crisis highlights fundamental challenges facing women's professional basketball in competing for entertainment dollars and viewer attention. Success requires balancing athletic excellence with marketable personalities and positive public relations management.
So pro sports, even our business is an attention economy. And some people just get attention. And everybody's trying to grab their slice of equity or space. So be nice, WNBA players, to the lady that currently has her leg up because she's giving the league a leg up. 55%. I mean, you know what that is? That's Jordan leaving the NBA. That's what it is.
Yep.
Jordan left the NBA. They lost 50% of their numbers. I mean, when Tiger left golf.
Okay. I'll stop it right there, but he's exactly right. He's exactly right. When Jordan left, the NBA ratings took a real hit. All right.
These viewership patterns reflect broader entertainment industry trends where audiences gravitate towards specific personalities rather than generic product offerings. The WNBA's future success may depend on developing sustainable star power across multiple athletes rather than relying on individual phenomenon. The recent matchup between Chicago Sky and New York Liberty delivered a basketball contest that left many observers stunned. The game represented a comprehensive display of basketball that was genuinely surprising to witness. The contest saw New York establish a commanding 10-0 advantage early, positioning themselves to potentially secure victory by a massive margin.
So today, lads, we're going to be talking about the Sky and Liberty game. We're going to be talking about this game right here because, look, it was an all-around shocking game of basketball. Like, we can be honest, it was a shocking game of ball. Like, the Liberty went 10-0 up. They could have won by 50. And in fairness, it was the best game Angel Reese has played since, actually, to be fair, probably since the game she went down. The game that she went down injured last season when she hurt her wrist.
Notably, this performance marked Angel Reese's finest showing since her previous injury setback, specifically the contest where she sustained her wrist injury during the prior campaign. Skeptics questioned the legitimacy of her injury despite clear footage showing her impact with the court surface, subsequent wrist manipulation indicating discomfort, and her protective gestures toward the affected area. These doubts emerged despite her impressive 26-point performance in that particular game. The current contest presented unusual statistics, with Reese demonstrating superior accuracy from beyond the arc compared to her close-range attempts. Strategic adjustments toward increased three-point attempts could prove beneficial. Her 70-point contribution highlighted both individual excellence and broader organizational challenges. The television ratings present concerning data for the league's future prospects. ESPN broadcast attracted merely 606,000 viewers for this nationally televised contest. This figure becomes particularly troubling when considering the star power present on the court. Sabrina Ionescu competed alongside Brianna Stewart, creating a scenario where three athletes with signature footwear endorsements participated simultaneously, an unprecedented concentration of marquee talent. Comparative analysis reveals disturbing trends regarding audience engagement. Indiana Fever contests without Caitlin Clark's participation generate superior viewership numbers.
I still can't believe there's people that saw video evidence of her falling on her wrist, doing that, like trying to like move her wrist in pain, holding her wrist, and are like, yeah, she just faked that injury in a game where she scored 26 points. But yeah, it's a weird game. And also, I just want to say this about Angel Reese. She shoots better from three than she does on layups. Shoot more threes. I mean, they shoot more threes. But yeah, so she had 17 points, but this is really rough for the WNBA.
On ION Network. Similarly, Fever games broadcast on NBA TV outperform major market teams on ESPN. These statistics represent a critical revelation regarding the league's dependency and leverage dynamics. Player compensation negotiations face significant obstacles given these audience figures. Athletes advocating for enhanced salary structures lack fundamental bargaining power when viewership data contradicts their market value arguments. Ownership groups maintain dominant negotiating positions, with these ratings providing concrete evidence supporting their stand. Franchise popularity hierarchies clearly emerge from viewership patterns. Indiana Fever commands unmatched audience attention, followed by considerable gaps before Las Vegas Aces, New York Liberty, Chicago Sky, and occasionally Dallas Wings. The Wings occasionally benefit from Paige Bierker's drawing power, though inconsistently.
The game had 600, was on ESPN. ESPN. And it's not just, this is not just an Angel Reese thing. It was on ESPN. People are talking about these other players. Like, they not only they move the needle, like they're anything to do with the needle. They're like, the needle's so far away from these players that the needle's a dot to them. Like, Sabrina Ionescu was on the floor. Brianna Stewart was on the floor. There were 3 players on the floor with signature shoes.
The Fever organization maintains relevance even without their primary star, demonstrating audience loyalty transcending individual players. However, other franchises struggle to generate comparable interest when competing against non-Fever opponents. Record-breaking viewership typically occurs only when teams face Indiana, suggesting limited independent drawing power. Previous high-rated contests between Las Vegas and New York achieved elevated numbers primarily due to scheduling circumstances. That particular game extended into overtime, overlapping with Caitlin Clark's anticipated debut performance. Peak viewership reached approximately 2 million during the overtime period, coinciding precisely with Clark's scheduled tip-off time. This timing created an unintentional waiting room effect, where audiences gathered early for the subsequent Fever game.
3, not 1, not 2, but 3 players on the floor that have signature shoes. 606K on ESPN. The Fever without Caitlin Clark get more viewers on Ion. The Fever without Caitlin Clark Fever get more views on NBA TV. Like, this for me is one of the biggest,
Similar patterns emerge across broadcasting platforms, with Fever games on ESPN3 likely exceeding Sky Liberty viewership on primary ESPN channels. Casual basketball consumption rarely extends beyond Indiana-centered programming, indicating narrow audience engagement outside specific storylines. All-Star voting predictions reflect these viewership disparities. Anticipated selections include Clark, Aaliyah Boston, Lexi Hull, Sophie Cunningham, Kelsey Mitchell, and AJ Wilson. Conservative estimates suggest Indiana will claim 8 positions among the top 12 vote-getters, with only Brianna Stewart, Aja Wilson, Angel Reese, and Paige Bueckers representing non-Fever selections. The All-Star selection process combines fan voting, player voting, and coaching selections. Previous years' results showed only Clark, Boston, and another player earning spots through combined voting metrics. Reese secured her position through coaching selection rather than voting totals. Current trajectories suggest Reese faces significant challenges repeating her All-Star appearance unless player votes provide unexpected support. Eastern Conference forward positions present competitive scenarios, with potential opportunities for various candidates including Nafisa Collier, Stewart, and Brianna Jones. Conference alignment and positional classifications will ultimately determine final selections. The league's overwhelming dependence on Clark presents strategic challenges for organizational growth. This reliance has reached unprecedented levels, creating vulnerabilities for long-term sustainability. Marketing approaches have inadvertently concentrated audience attention rather than expanding viewership across multiple personalities. Media coverage patterns have contributed to audience fragmentation rather than growth. Attempts to diversify promotional focus have instead created defensive fan responses, with supporters explicitly limiting their viewing to Clark-related content. These dynamics have intensified rather than diminished throughout the current season.